Yo, 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 yo. How's everything going? How's everything going? How's everything going? So, the Caitlin Clark Mania remains in full effect. Everything that happens is because of Caitlin Clark. Apparently, there was no world, there was no life, there was nothing going on in this world without said Caitlin Clark. Yes. Even this guy, loudmouth McAfee, the sports guy, who's kind of like a shock jock in sports. He was forced to recently backtrack and apologize after using some choice words. But the choice words took away from his main point that he was making. You know, there's all kinds of negative vibes going on, and people attacking the WNBA players for playing Caitlin Clark tough and you know, giving her some fouls and giving her the business, you know, and basically saying that everybody needs to leave her alone and let her play, you know, put a red shirt on her like a quarterback. Nobody should touch Caitlin Clark. Yes, there's been some rough fouls. Talk to Michael Jordan holding my beer. When he first got in the league, guess what? When you are anointed, before you even step foot on the court or on the field, when you are basically anointed as the greatest thing ever in the sport, you're going to have some hard feelings, and the hard feelings will lead to hard fouls. Again, talk to Michael Jordan. Talk to every highly acclaimed rookie, LeBron James. All of them who were crowned before they got into the league, they felt some pain on the court from other players who felt disrespected. This is a natural occurrence in sport. However, it's not all of them. This is ridiculous. There are a lot of players who are supportive of Caitlin Clark, who speak nicely of her, who express how it's going to take time for her to get into the flow, into the groove. We're letting the few that do have the hardship and the hard feelings, and we're magnifying them as if it's in the entire league. No, it isn't. But what McAfee did say substantively, we must not just let that go. He said, basically that, hey, all this hoopla is because there's one white bitch who is the superstar. Yes, you used that word. That's the word that got him in trouble. But what he was saying really wasn't to be mean. Basically, what he was saying is the popularity and everything that's happening in the WNBA now is all because of that one player. That there's only one star. And I had a discussion with a friend of mine on the subject who also expressed that literally there's only one star in the WNBA, and that's Caitlin Clark. Mind you, she hasn't done anything really in the WNBA. In fact, she's had some embarrassing games, and I think she leads the league in turnovers by quite a lot. Her team has won, one game. And the last game she played, she scored 3 points and had an abysmal game. So, you know, when people are like, wait a minute. In fact, this young lady that gave it a hard foul for Chicago Fire, I forgot her name, but, you know, you can look it up. She said, look, other than 3-point shooting, what else can she do in the league that she would dominate? Rebounding? No. There are a lot of players who can assist, who can, you know, score. So it's starting to be apparent that she's a good player, but she's not the GOAT. She's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. But everybody, whenever you point out her deficiencies, they want to call you a hater. But whenever you point to them that they are anointing somebody that hasn't proven themselves to be worthy of GOAT status, they want to be quiet. All you're doing is pointing out a fact. A fact. In fact, if let's say the best quarterback in college football is coming into the league, and there's been other players, quarterbacks where people were saying this guy will be the GOAT. This person will be the GOAT. At the college level, they come in, they flop, nothing happens. Sometimes they get injured, they can't last. Sometimes they realize the competition is too tough at that highest level of competition. The WNBA is not a lot of teams, and there's not a lot of players on each team. So each team only has the best of the best women's basketball player on that roster. So night in and night out, she's going to face a defense like she faced in that championship game where she was locked down literally in the second half. That type of defense is what she's seeing night in and night out. Yes, some of them go overboard, but like I said, I don't excuse the rough play, but I can understand as an athlete why I will have such a chip on my shoulder, why I will want to give her a little bit of the business, a little bit of the business. Not because I want to hurt her, but I want her to understand, hey, you're coming into a league where there are ballers, where there are dogs, where there are people that even though it's not a lot of money being paid to them, it's still their livelihood. It's still their profession. It's what they've chosen. It's how they make their ends meet. It's how they compete. It's how they identify themselves as professional players. In the league where there's limited slots, roster slots available for people. You're not just going to come and just dominate and just walk all over people. There's going to be some people who will give you that business, that sharp elbow, that boom, flagrant foul on purpose. That's the league. And before you got there, WNBA was known for that. Let me tell you, some of you are new to this game. You just started watching it because Caitlin Clark got there, and you don't see that the same type of fouls happens to other people in this league. The WNBA is a dog league. Like I said, these women, it's not like the men where it's a softy. They become soft. Women ball and they bang each other and they hit each other and they foul each other and they don't like each other, and it's personal when they get on the court. It's going to happen. It's competition. You can't always say, oh, they hate us. No, they're competitors. Caitlin Clark has to prove her ability to withstand this type of onslaught, this type of, whoever's on top of that mountain, everybody aims to shoot down. That's competition. You say, oh, because of y'all, because of her, y'all gonna get more money. Because of her, y'all got charter planes. Because of her, some of y'all got tennis shoe deals. Even though just about all of these things were in the works before Caitlin Clark ever got there. Now they're all treating everything that happens good in the leagues because of her. Viewership, because of her. Come on now. The WNBA was on the rise. Caitlin Clark helped tip a little bit to where we are. She moved the ball further. The Fever home game record, what? She added like 1,500 to it. Okay, great. 1,500, it doesn't make or break the team, but great. So the disrespect shown to the other players, including the GOATs like Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, all those others who've come, Sue Bird, you name it. All those others that have played in this game and continue to play in this game, like Breonna Stewart, Aja Wilson, and quite a few others. Candace Parker just retired, but she was a dog. You got a lot of good players in this league that have not been given that type of respect. So as a competitor, when somebody like this come in, you're going to be very much more competitive than you normally would be. That's just the way it is. That's all eyes on the game when she's playing. The same, that's how it was in college. When she played, the ratings went up because people want to see. And people want to do their best. So it's a compliment in a way that she's got a target on her because she's been identified as the best. Now she's got to withstand that pressure and go ahead and claim it and say, yes, I'll take your beat down and I'm still going to be the one dominating. So far, she hasn't stepped up to that mentality. She's not doing that. That's not what's happening. And We need to let the competition take place on the court. If it's rough, if it's tough, people will get flagrant fouls like this young lady did. And Caitlin Clark just need to go ahead and show her durability. Can't just cry and enjoy the refs every time something happens. Why don't we talk about that? That's not good. Let the game play it. If somebody's giving you the business, give them the business back. This is how the game is played. So next time they come in the lane, they say, oh, Caitlin Clark is there. Caitlin Clark likes to give people the business too. I better leave her alone. You are in a league where they do this type of thing to each other. They give hard fouls. They give hard fouls in the WNBA. Ain't no soft run here. So I'm just saying, you got to match it. You got to play it. You got to go through it. Skinny little Jordan realized he better hit the weight room after the Detroit gave him the business every time. Next thing you know, Michael got some muscles. Okay? He didn't go just cry to the commissioner, cry to the coach, cry to everybody, have the media in uproar. Look what they're doing to Michael. Look what they're doing to Michael. He's the best. He's the greatest thing for marketing. He's saving the league. Why don't they leave him alone? Why don't they just let him go and dunk on people and don't touch him? Nobody did that. No. Michael Jordan is a stud. He's an athlete. He's a superstar. He knew he wanted to dominate. He knew what he had to do. He didn't need protection from the league. He didn't need that. He didn't need the media protecting him. So let's not do all this. Come on now. You've crowned the lady. You've crowned her the GOAT. Let her go ahead and prove it. Let her go ahead and prove it. But in sport, people are allowed to be critical of those who are being crowned but are not proving it. We can call that out. That's not hating. That's facts. That's facts. So it's going to take time maybe, but please don't come at those of us that are real analysts who are not infatuated with all this, great so-so hope that we are just blinded by the facts that she's coming to a league that is tough. You're not in Iowa anymore. No, ma'am. You're not in Iowa anymore. You're not playing that weak-ass conference anymore where you dominated. Like I said, I was talking the other day, Adam Morrison comes to mind. Similar. Come out of Gonzaga. Everybody thought he was going to be the greatest thing since Larry Bird. The greatest thing since Larry Bird. The next great white hope. Then they realized the competition he played to, the level of the NBA is 10 times better. He can't make it. He can't stand it. He can't do it. So if it's going to take time, let it take time. But at the same time, this is sports. It's hard knocks. When you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to be talked about. People are going to call you out. You need to be able to play through the tough times. You need to get up, dust it off, and keep going. You need to learn how to dominate some part of the game in this league. Learn how to take a part or whatever and say, this is me, I'm going to dominate this part of the game. And so, yes, there's been some tough plays, so what? Let's keep it moving. All I'm saying is, hey, everybody can be criticized. Everybody. Including the Queen. The Queen. Caitlin Clark. Yes, even she can be criticized. Okay? And yes, those who are playing her rough for no reason at all because they're mad or they may be jealous or whatever have you, that's wrong too. They need to stop that. But I'm not going to be, I don't think anybody need to apologize for playing tough D and even giving somebody the business every now and then. Because sports, you're always going to have somebody that's going to make a statement. Physically. And yes, Caitlin Clark is not a quiet bird. She's a talker. So sometimes y'all don't know what she might have said to tick somebody off, which happens. So let's see how it's going to turn out. I, for one, I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. All I'm just saying is she hasn't shown anything yet. She hasn't proven it yet. She may not even get Rookie of the Year. It's a possibility. The way her team is playing, the way she's turning the ball over, the way she's inconsistent, She may not get Rookie of the Year. So, that's just the way the game goes. We can talk all the hype, but at the end of the day, it's the performance on the court that counts. She needs to grow some toughness. She needs to learn how to dominate at this level. She needs to learn how to take over at this level. The point is, the athleticism at this level is 10 times more than she ever saw in college, except the times that she matched up against LSU and South Carolina. And both times didn't end well. So, we'll see if she will adjust. But if you don't have the gift to be able to keep up with such skill and talent, speed, physicality, then you may not last. You can't just pick that stuff up from the street. I'm excited to see her make the adjustment. If she does, I'm going to be her best cheerleader. But if she doesn't, well, a lot of us going to say, we told you so. That's just sports talk, y'all. We have to talk about something. And Caitlin is going to give us a lot to talk about. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. So please, let's wait and let it play out. Let it all play out.